And today, tier listing, ranking every single Team Affinity card. What division are you going to want to do first? Now, we already have videos on how to finish Team Affinity fastest for those of you that want to do Team Affinity. I mean, listen, I've got 10 million stubs, man. I'm going to just gem my way through the rest of this game and have some fun. But for those of you that want the set collection rewards, Team Affinity is a must. And we have some good videos on how to finish it first. Now, today, I'm going to be showing you guys, which division is the best to start with. We're going to be ranking these cards in order of who's the best. Because at the end of the day, the 89 overalls are actually going to be usable. The best cards right now, the ones that you can actually use, they're only 91 overall. So these 89 Team Affinity cards, they're going to be usable for at least a couple weeks, until the next chapter of Team Affinity drops. So let's talk about which cards are going to be the best. Now keep in mind, Team Affinity Chapter 1, if we think back to how long those guys were usable, there was some banger cards, man. We're looking at them right here. Giancarlo Stanton, my GOAT. Brandon Crawford, my GOAT. So there are definitely good cards that can be used. Let's start off. Let's go with the NL East. Now we're going to be ranking these cards on basically how good they are in terms of swing, like animations, as well as attributes. So it's not just, this guy can have the best attributes ever, but if he has the slowest swing, not worth it. Eddie Rosario. Watch this. Lefty, 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 lefty. Now, versus a lefty, you're screwed. 65 power. Good luck. This guy's getting jammed, and you ain't doing anything else besides that. Also, in the outfield, bro has 71 reaction. He's out there on a pool float on an island by himself. I don't like it. Now, I do like him a lot versus righties, and I think versus righties will get the job done very, very nice. But he's kind of just mid, so I'm going to put him at the bottom of B tier. We got Tanner Scott, 89 overall Tanner Scott. Slider, fastball, sinker. Outlier? No outlier. Going to knock him down a peg. Does have a sinker. Does have a fastball. Look at his per nines. Looking at them, they're pretty solid. The control is a little bit low, so I can guarantee you that slider is getting hung and taking 900 feet. He's also going to be B tier. Francisco Alvarez. Yeah. In terms of catchers, you got to keep in mind, we did a video on who to wildcard, and there's a couple good wildcards. You got the set collection rewards, you got the XP bosses, you got you got a lot of good potential wildcards. But really, in my eyes, it was Ketel Marte or Adley Rutschman. And Adley Rutschman, I think, could be a really good wildcard option. So I think there already is a catcher. Looking at his stats, versus lefties, you're looking good. Versus righties, can of corn every single time. I'm putting him in C tier, man. JP Crawford, a little bit of a lefty. Now, JP Crawford, future stars. I swear JP Crawford is on the Mariners. I don't really understand this one, unless it's a flashback or something, but maybe I'm tripping. Look at his stats. It's not good. Versus lefties, he's worse than Eddie Rosario, but on defense, he can be solid. This really is going to depend on his swing. You guys can let me know if you think his swing is any good. I'm putting him in C tier, man. Victor Robles. Now, this is not the type of card that you think would be ranked high. But defensively, he is here. Offensively, he also is here. He can bunt. He can bunt if you want to. But I like guys that have the high contact, low power. I just think you get some cheese hits sometimes. He also has a pretty smooth swing. Like, he's fast to the ball. So I'm going to put him at the top of B tier. I think that Robles, Rosario, and Tanner Scott are probably the top three in this division. Overall, the division is pretty mid, though. NL Central. Let's keep going. Whoa, that's not the right pack. Here we go. Jason Hayward. Now, I better see 100 power versus righties. 78 power versus righties. You're out of your damn mind. Dude, why are they spamming lefty hitters that can't hit lefties? I don't want them. I don't want them. He's ass. Diamond defense, he's all right. I'm still going to put him in B tier. I just think his swing can be a little bit long versus lefties, so I don't like it. Robert Stevenson. Every single starter pitcher right now is good, is usable, is important. But you're telling me that I got to load into a game with a fastball, changeup, slider, curveball. The most basic pitch mix there is, pretty mid per nines. I got to put him in C tier, man. I'm not excited to use this guy. Josh Hader. Fastball, slider, changeup. Don't look at the walks per nine. Don't look at the control. It doesn't matter. This guy has a nasty, we're talking about animations. His animation is nuts. He's hard to hit. No outlier, but two seamers nasty. His pitch mix is really good. His release point's very good. Josh Hader, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure. In terms of this Team Affinity drop, he might be S tier. I'm not sure how many S tier there's going to be this video because it's an 89 overall. So let's temper the expectations. But Hader is A tier, man. That is a good card. Mitch Keller. Another starting pitcher with the most rudimentary pitch mix I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, C tier. He's good to use as a starter for now, but not great. Dylan Carlson. Now, this guy has the best overall stats that I've seen so far, especially the fact he's a switch hitter. This is a good-looking card. We have to see how his animation is. I'm going to put him in A tier, man. Switch hitting guy, has decent stats versus both sides of the plate, and he can get it done on defense as well. Also nice that he can play first base as well as outfield. So Dylan Carlson's a guy you're probably going to want to have. So this division, it looks better than the NL East because you get Hader and you get Carlson, who I think are better than the options over here. NL West. Here we go. Merrill Kelly. Now this should not be a rudimentary pitch mix. There it is. Finally. Now look at his pitch mix. Fastball, cutter, slider, sinker, changeup. The pitch mix is nuts. However, velocity 83. That's low. Walks per 9, 78. That's low. Hits per 9, 84. That's low. Home runs per 9, 65. They're basically telling you, you are getting taken deep. That cutter, you're hanging it 80% of the time. That changeup, wave goodbye. It's a home run derby. So that's a little suspicious. Very suspicious. In terms of this, you act like I won't pick off artists, bro. In terms of starting pitchers I've seen so far, this is the guy I would want. So I put the other ones in C tier. I'm going to put Merrill Kelly in B tier. Garrett Hampson. Righty. He can play anywhere in the infield and anywhere in the outfield. 99 drag bunt. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to A tier, Mr. Garrett Hampson. If you know, you know. Gavin Lux. Smooth swing. Middle infielder. The card art is the best card I've ever seen in my entire life. I got to put him in A tier, man. This Gavin Lux. MLB The Show 20. I remember you, my guy. And I got to give some respect. A tier card right here. So this division's looking pretty solid. Adrian Morejon. Fastball, changeup, curveball, sinker. So interesting pitch mix. Very, very weird walks per 9. No quirks. He's a lefty, though. And the reason this lefty pitcher is important is because we've seen 1,000 lefty hitters. So this guy's kind of a neutralizer. I'm also going to put him in B tier along with Merrill Kelly. The last guy, Joey Bart. Joey Bart can get it done behind the plate, and I also think I think he's better than Francisco Alvarez, honestly. So I'm probably going to put him still in C tier, but maybe bottom of B tier. I think this division, NL West, I think we're increasing. NL East, bad, better, better. So I think it's getting better every single time. Now let's look at the AL West. Forrest Whitley. Sinker, change, slider, curve, cutter. Where's the fastball, man? Why is everyone a walk per 9 have 60 walk per 9? That's pretty weird. Now, I'm not a fan. Not a fan of this pitch mix, to be honest. The sinker cutter could be a good combo, but everything else, I just feel like it would be easy to adjust to, and with the velocity being not too high, you're probably going to be throwing 96, 97. I think he's solid. I'm going to put him in B tier. I thought this was, oh my God. All right, at first I thought it was Joey Votto, and I was like, damn. Now I look at it, it's Jared Walsh, and that's actually good too. Look at the stats. He's got to be S tier. S tier. We've only seen one lefty pitcher so far. Versus lefties, pinch hit. But this is the guy you start in your lineup. This is the guy you start versus the righty, and you go Yahtzee every single time. He's S tier. Mark Canha. I'm pretty sure this guy's pretty, okay, this is, what am I looking at? Did they copy and paste the attributes for these two bums? He's got really weird splits. He's going to rake versus righties and be mid versus lefties. But that's actually not a bad thing because, versus righties, it's harder to hit with a righty hitter. So versus lefties, it'll be easier because you're a righty, but you have worse stats. So I don't mind this. I think Mark Canha is a solid card. I'm going to put him in B tier, man. Top of B tier. Jared Kelenic. This card's good. Smooth swing, good defense. I'm seeing some decent hitting stats. I'm going to put him in A tier. Leody Taveras. Switch hitter. Not the best hitting stats I've ever seen. but good defensive stats. I'm going to put him in the top of B tier. So this division is also pretty good. You know, in terms of AL West and NL West, I say these are both pretty equal. Now, just so you guys know, I already know which divisions are the best. So I think these two divisions are pretty solid. Let's go to the AL Central. Let's take a look. Zach Collins, catcher that rakes versus righties and has high power versus left. I mean, he is a lefty, so it's basically like Jared Walsh, but behind the plate. I actually like this. You know, in terms of not having many lefty pitchers in the game right now, Zach Collins is going to be a usable catcher. We'll put him in B tier. Owen Miller. Yeah, this is F tier, man. There's nothing to get excited about here. Nothing to get excited about. Matt Manning, fastball, curve, changeup, sinker, curve again. All right, this guy's got 2 curveballs. If his home run per 9 is low, yep, he has 2 home run pitches, both curveballs. It ain't looking good. I'm not going to be deceived. I won't. C tier. Brian Dozier. Okay, hold on a sec. Hunter Dozier. And goddamn, Hunter Dozier is here. I'm liking these stats a lot. Really high contact, high power. This guy is looking good. A tier. And then Royce Lewis. Now versus lefties, for some reason he has 0 power, but everything else looks really solid all across the board. I'm going to put him in A tier as well. He's got a nice swing. So actually, I don't think the AL Central is as good as these two. They're all about the same. AL East, the final division, man. Hopefully this is giving you guys some hints as to who you should be grinding for first. Santander. He's insane. This guy's S tier. S tier talent right here. Switch hitter, good all across the board. That's very nice. Tristan Casas. He's also looking pretty solid, man. Lefty, can get it done. We're going to put him at the top of B tier. Clint Frazier. Righty with pretty decent stats all across the board. Put him in the middle of B tier. And here we go. The neutralizer. Now, he's a lefty pitcher, which we've seen how many lefty hitters there are. So this actually is good. This is usable. But be wary. He throws meatballs. 62 velocity. I throw harder than this bum. Look at the velocities, man. 87, 89. No fastball. Cutter, change, sinker, curveball. You might have a tough time, but how's the control? It better be maxed out. Yeah, so this guy's kind of like Jamie Moyer, man. I still think he'd be pretty solid. Bo Bichette. Bo knows. Bo is here. This card is nuts. I mean, this is S tier for sure. So, I mean, I'm liking the AL East. I like the AL East. I like the West. I like the Central. So that's really how I would approach Team Affinity. Those are the cards that I'm liking myself, that I know are going to be the best cards to be using. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. Consider becoming a member today. Join the Discord link down below. We got tons of videos coming. Peace out. Thanks for watching.